What's up guys, Ryan here, treadawaytraining.com. In most of my videos I talk about some pretty in-depth topics that are more meant for people who are already working out. So in this video I just wanted to take a step back and answer the question of, let's say I'm a brand new trainee, I'm brand new to working out. What do I actually do when I go to the gym? How do I start working out at the gym? So stay tuned, and that's the question that we're going to answer in this video. So I've broken this down into 5 basic steps, and the first of those are to ease yourself into it. It doesn't take all that much to make adaptations in your body if you're brand new. You can actually get away with just doing a couple sets per muscle group a couple times per week and make a lot of progress off of that little of exercise. Now, as we get more advanced, we want to build on that. But like I said, we're talking about the beginner. And this also applies if you have worked out in the past, taken a long time off, and are just now getting back into working out. We want to ease ourselves into it and make sure that it's enjoyable. We want to actually continue this process. So we want to make sure that we have fun. We don't want to kill ourselves in the gym to start with. We don't want to get overly sore by just hammering our muscles into submission. We want to go get a nice, moderate workout in, make sure that we don't get overly sore, make sure we have fun so that we want to go back. That way we can build up a bunch of small wins and get some momentum going so that we can make this into a lifestyle rather than just going for a few weeks, getting burnt out because we're killing ourselves, and then going several more months without working out, and then trying it again and just repeating this vicious cycle of hating the gym because we're just killing it in there and quitting and then going back at some point later in the future. Number 2 is kind of similar, and that is don't overcomplicate things. Just do a couple of exercises per muscle group a couple of times per week, similar to what we just said. Don't worry about the perfect rep range or the best exercise for each muscle group. Just make sure you do a couple exercises per body part per week and you're gonna be fine. You're gonna make progress. Don't worry about periodizing your workout in the beginning. And what I mean by that is don't worry about doing these fancy progressions of how many reps and sets you're gonna do per workout and changing that over time going into the future. As you start, just do a couple sets of 10 for each exercise and you'll be able to get away with that and make plenty of progress without having to get fancy with your reps and sets for the first several weeks of your training. Now, if you're watching this video and you're to the point where you do need to start changing your sets and reps and thinking about how to periodize your workout over time, I'm actually going to link 3 articles below, so make sure to check those out down there. And it's actually 3 of the first articles that I ever wrote at treadawaytraining.com, and it's going to be about the 3 different types of periodization. And just so you know, those are daily undulating periodization, linear periodization, and block periodization. And I'm not going to go into those here. You can read those articles if you're interested in that. Tip number 3 is about exercise selection. Go in there, do a couple of simple dumbbell exercises. Go in there and do some of the more easy looking machines. I know that when you look at machines in the gym, some of them are legitimately confusing. Every once in a while, and I've been working out for a long time, I'll see a machine that I have to stop and look at for a second and think, how do I do this? So don't feel bad if you're confused by a machine. Just there's some machines you can look at and know what to do. Like for example, a leg press or a chest press, you can pretty much look at those and know exactly how to use them. You grab the 2 handles, you push forward. You hop down on the leg press, put your feet up on the pad and push forward. Those are pretty simple. So just go in there, do some exercises that you know how to do. If you're wanting to use a machine that might look a little bit confusing, don't hesitate to ask people. Most people you're gonna meet in the gym are going to be super friendly and super helpful and will be more than happy to help you figure out a machine if you don't know how to use it. And if you see me in the gym, hey, stop me, ask me. I will be more than happy to show you how to use a machine. And that kind of leads into my fourth point, which is don't worry about what people think at the gym. Seriously, people are not going to be staring at you. As a beginner, you might go in there and think that people are staring at you. Even though I've been working out for a long time, I still remember what it was like to be a beginner and thinking that people are looking at you, but they're not. It doesn't matter if you're out of shape or if you don't know how to use a machine or if you're not lifting a whole lot of weight. People aren't going to be judging you over what you're doing in the gym. Most people simply don't care because most people are too busy looking at themselves in the mirror while they, pump up their biceps or whatever. They're not going to be paying attention to what you're doing in the gym. So just don't worry about what other people think. The last thing is, if you want that extra boost and you want that extra help, hire a coach. I don't want to make this into an advertisement, for Treadaway Training, but when you go to hire someone, just make sure that they know what they're doing. Some questions that you might want to ask are, do you do meal plans? Unless the person you're talking to is a registered dietitian, in most states, it's illegal for a trainer to make a meal plan. So just keep that in mind. And then another thing is, I don't want to go too in depth about the benefits and drawbacks of meal plans, but I personally am not a fan of meal plans in general. My philosophy is to teach you how to track the foods that you already like and how to weigh your foods out, how to measure your foods, how to do portion control so that you can eat the foods that you already enjoy while still getting amazing results. Another question can be, do you include weightlifting in your weight loss plans? And if the answer is no, then you should automatically mark that person off your list and don't hire that person. Resistance training is very important for fat loss. Resistance training helps you to gain muscle or at least maintain the muscle that you already have while dieting, which ensures your metabolic rate stays fast and doesn't slow down throughout the course of your dieting. We want that metabolic rate to be high so that we can get continued fat loss. So if they answer no to that question, then they don't understand the importance of weightlifting for fat loss, and you do not need to work with that person. Another question you might want to ask your potential coach is, do you write out long-term plans that I will be able to see? This isn't about getting skinny or jacked for an event. This is about, looking better and feeling better over the long term. It's about being healthy and being able to enjoy a long, healthy life because you feel good and are able to not worry about your health on a day-to-day basis. I've literally seen trainers look up workouts on Pinterest while waiting for their client to get to the gym. So it's important that you're able to see the plan that your trainer has written for you. That way, one, you know that there actually is a plan that they're following. They're not just making stuff up off the top of their head. And two, it gives you an idea of where you're going and gives you the opportunity to ask questions or raise concerns if you don't understand something. It gives you the ability to learn about working out and about nutrition and about the things that you need to know so that one day you won't need a coach anymore. Personally, I write 4-week training phases for my clients. At the end of each 4-week block, I will go over the phase that we just finished up and talk to them about any things that maybe they particularly did or didn't like about the training phase that we just finished up. And I will take those things into account when writing the next training phase. That way we can ensure that where we're going is effective, but also at the same time is a plan that the client will enjoy and want to stick to. Because it's one thing to have a program that's scientifically sound, but you have to also take into account what is fun and what's enjoyable and what will actually be adhered to. There's two sides to that equation that you have to balance there. And then with each of those 4-week phases, my clients can see exactly what we're doing at any point in time just by getting on the Treadaway Training app, and they can look at every single workout day for that entire 4-week block so that they always know what's happening and what is going to be coming next. One other thing that I covered in my last video, which I will put in the end card at the end of this video, is what to wear at the gyms. I know some of you may or may not care about your fashion statement at the gym, so that's why I covered what to wear at the gym from more of a functional perspective rather than a fashion perspective. So what you might want to wear on a leg day versus if you're working out upper body and things like that. Footwear, tops, bottoms, and stuff like that. So if you want to know more about what to wear at the gym, I will link that up in the cards right here, and I will also link that down below, and it will be in the end card at the end. So make sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you can see more videos just like this one. And I will be back Sunday on the Treadaway Training Blog with another fat loss topic. Until then, God bless you and your family, and I'll see you Sunday.